There's something interesting about Snowrunner and other similar games. To be specific, I'm considering games of the genre simulator, be it farming simulator, power washing simulator. In a sense, we're constantly doing chores in these games, and in some cases, jobs that a lot of people wouldn't want for themselves in real life. So, why are they so compelling? Yes, these are just fictional deliveries I'm making with my truck, and yet I feel a deep sense of fulfillment when I finish a tough job in SnowRunner, or similarly when I complete a long power washing job. This really speaks to a human urge to complete tasks, even if they technically don't mean anything. We like checking stuff off lists and feeling like we put in work. Funny enough, that doesn't always work for real life things. You may have some dirty dishes piled up while you listen to this video. So, why aren't we, in some cases, as good as completing tasks outside of games? One reason may be that the low friction and low effort of playing a game versus doing something physical is a nice hack to get the satisfaction of completing a task without having to put in as much effort. We can get a similar dopamine rush by doing something in game without the hassle of physically doing the thing. This may sound a bit dystopian. Are we all gonna end up plugged to a computer getting dopamine spikes from doing fake chores while robots go on and do our real chores in the background? That's for sure a possibility, but for now, we can try to extract something from the gaming scenario that might help us complete more tasks in real life, and that is to gamify activities, such as doing the dishes, taking out the trash, cooking a meal, or doing some exercise. Something to play around with there. But bringing it back to games, I'm fascinated to see games mix sim-like elements into other genres. Maybe we can maintain our car in the next GTA and get better performance out of it if we do a good job, making some missions easier, for example. I would love to see that added as an optional element where you can spend time on it if you want and get a small advantage elsewhere, but you can equally choose to ignore it and forgo that benefit. This may sound pointless. Why include the thing if you let people opt out of it? The fact is, opting in is part of the enjoyment, and giving folks that engage with those systems a small but cool reward can be just enough to get them really excited. We see something similar with base building in certain games like Fallout 4 or Subnautica. There are small rewards for those who take base building beyond the pure functional dimension. These are small convenience advantages you get for investing time into that system while not breaking or changing the difficulty curve of the game. Often it's a cosmetic reward, and often it can be just as exciting for folks who are into that. I was happy to do a ton of side quests in Spider-Man, for example, just to unlock all the suits. To me, the sim-like element is a whole new dimension that can be added and explored in games for those who want to get into it while allowing others to pass on it. Developers can make a strategic decision on how much time to spend on these systems and elements so that it isn't too much of an investment compared to the main parts of the game, while also providing some really fun interaction. A good example of this is Yakuza Infinite Wealth, which had, well, a wealth of minigames, some of them fleshed out, or really fleshed out even, others more on the shallow side, but all of it adding tons of layers to an already awesome and jam-packed game. I'm a big believer that minigames are an amazing addition to games. We saw that with the most recent entry in the Final Fantasy VII Remake, Rebirth. Some incredibly fun minigames that let you choose how much you wanted to engage with them, ranging from never touching or getting down and dirty to beat the harder modes. In some ways, Death Stranding had elements of SnowRunner, with the deliveries and the ability to engage deeply with the traversal and getting strategic with routes you chose. I think that's a good example of integrating some of those elements into an otherwise story-heavy game, as an example. To come back full circle to SnowRunner, I believe these elements are well captured, but with a veneer of simplicity that makes it all the more compelling for it. I'm constantly looking forward to my next contract and problem solving the environmental challenges, be it snow, mud, or both. But now I actually have to go do some dishes. I'll catch you later.